All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another interesting, fun Kahoot session by Spacetopia. My name is Suparna, and today we are going to do a Cosmic Jaunt Mega Quiz 2026. So, this quiz is actually for junior section. That means for kids of grade 2 and 3. So, if you are in grade 4 and 5, your session will be at 5 o'clock. And if you are from grade 6 and above, then your session will be at 6 o'clock. Okay. And you all must be remembering last month we had 3 days of summer camp. Okay. And in that 3 days, we learned a lot about astronomy. We went through a lot of astronomy topics. And some of them were like solar system. And we learned about earth layers and also about the constellation. So today's quiz will be like a kind of brushing up all those topics. Okay, so I hope you all are ready for our today's quiz. Let me know in the chat if you all are ready for today's quiz. Okay, so before starting, everybody is joining in. So before we start the quiz, I have to tell you there are some instructions. So first and for main important thing is you need two devices for playing this quiz. One for watching this live and one for answering the questions. That means to play Kahoot. Okay, so you need two devices. So please, if you don't have that ready, please go and get it. And once you are ready, we will start sending the link of today's Kahoot. And once we send the link, you can just click on that link. It will take you to a website called kahoot.it where it will ask you for your name. So please make sure that you are giving your real name here. Okay, don't give just some random name, please, because we want to know who are the winners. So please give your real name and you can click on this OK and go. Once you click on this button, it will take you to another page which says you are in. So see your nickname on the screen. That means you will be able to see your name on my screen. Okay, not on your screen, on my screen. So if you are there, don't need to click on anywhere. Just stay in that page. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to click on the achievements, nothing. Once I start the quiz, you will start seeing the options on your screen. All right. So why I ask you to get two devices is because on one device in which you are seeing this live, only in this screen, you will be able to see the questions and 4 options. Okay. And on your other screen in which you are playing the Kahoot, you will be only seeing these colored buttons. So please make sure that you are keeping two devices, one for reading the question and seeing the options, and one for actually giving the correct answer. All right. So, and if you're using a laptop, then you can do a split screen. If you know how to do it, you can do that also. But we recommend to use another device. All right. So I hope you all are ready. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat if you are all ready. Then we can move on and we'll share the link of today's Kahoot session. Yes, I can see some yes and yes. All right. So all of you are ready. So let me just share the Kahoot link. So Garvit sir will be sharing the Kahoot link in the chat. Garvit sir, you can share the link. Okay, so you can share the link. You can click on that link. It will take you to the Kahoot website, or you can scan this QR code. Okay, so the link is already shared. You can just click on that link, or if you're using another phone, please scan this QR code and then you can join the Kahoot quiz. And if that is not also possible, then you can just type www.kahoot.it in your browser, and then it will ask you for a game pin. The game pin is 3341609. You can just copy the game pin from the screen and you can join. Okay, so I hope everybody is ready for the Kahoot. Please quickly join. Yeah. So while we are waiting for everybody to join, I have another announcement to make. Last month, June 30th, was our asteroid day. So if you don't know what is an asteroid, it's basically a rock which is floating in space. Okay, and sometimes these rocks can come very close to our Earth and can cause damage. So some of you already know that a huge asteroid, struck on our Earth 66 million years back, and that was the reason for the extinction of all the dinosaurs. Okay, so to spread awareness, to learn about these asteroids and to spread awareness and about the impacts, and to understand how to prevent these asteroid attacks and to basically know about the asteroid, we celebrate June 30th as Asteroid Day. And as a part of this Asteroid Day celebration, we have a lot of programs happening in our Spacetopia. So let me just quickly show you a glimpse of what all programs we are doing. First and foremost, for grade 2 and 3, that means for your batch, we have a session. Okay, we have a session about space rock, in which you will be learning about different types of space rock. You will be learning it through a very interactive activity, and also it will be a fun session. Okay, so if you're interested to join this session, please talk to your parents. And parents, if you are watching this website link, we shared it in the as a description for this YouTube session. So you can just click on that link and you can register for the session. And if the child is above grade 6, that means a child is grade 6 to 12, then you have another very interesting session, which is called as International Asteroid Search Campaign. So this is an international campaign where we will be like searching for real asteroids. So in this session, what happens is we will get real data, real astronomical data, and students will be able to process these data, and they will be able to they will be finding new asteroid. And if they find a new asteroid, they will get to name it. Okay, so this is a very wonderful program. For this session also, we have one website, and that link is shared it in the YouTube description. You can go through it. And if you want to learn more about the dinosaurs extinction, which I discussed in the beginning, there is a podcast channel of Spacetopia. It's called Stories of the Universe. You can go to that podcast channel and you can listen to this audio podcast. Okay, so I'm coming back to our Kahoot quiz. So I hope everybody joined. If not, please let me know in the chat if you're facing any issue. If there is some problem with your device or you're not able to join, please let us know. We'll help you out in the chat. Okay. Otherwise, quickly tell me if you all are ready for the quiz. We have already 5 participants joined. So let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we will start. Okay, once again, I repeat, if you're facing any issues like a technical issue or something, please let us know in the chat. We will help you out. And once again, I'll repeat what you have to do. Click on the link which is shared in the chat, YouTube chat. Click on that link. It will take you to the Kahoot website. Right? Type your name and click OK, go. Okay, once you joined, then we will be starting the session, we're starting the quiz in some time, and then you all can play the quiz. Or otherwise, if you are using a phone, scan this QR code and you similar way you can join. There is another option. You can type www.kahoot.it in your browser and you can join through that also. Okay. So I think most of you joined. If you want me to wait, please let me know in the YouTube chat so that I'll wait. Otherwise, I think we can start today's Kahoot. Okay, so let me just remind you, today's Kahoot will be about mainly the topics which we covered during our Cosmic Jaunt summer camp, which happened in Nehru Planetarium, Birla Planetarium, and so many other places. So if you joined in that Cosmic Jaunt summer camp, then we are just revisiting all those topics through this quiz. Okay. So So yes, I think everybody's ready. So I'm going to start the quiz. It's okay, even after I start, you can still join the quiz and you can be a part of this session. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's start. Okay, everyone, once I start, you will start seeing the questions on the live screen. On your Kahoot screen, you will only see the options. Okay, that means you will see only 4 color blocks. You have to click on the exact correct answer color. All right, let's start. So let's start with our today's Kahoot Cosmic Jaunt Mega Quiz 2026. And we start in 3, 2, 1. And here comes our first question, and this is for double points. The hottest planet of our solar system is also known as the sister planet of Earth. Which one is it? Which planet is called as the sister planet of our Earth? Okay, and also one more interesting thing about this planet is this is the hottest planet in our solar system. Is it Earth? Is it Mercury? Is it Mars? Or is it Venus? Whichever is the correct answer, just look at the color of that bar and click on that color on your screen. Yes, and most of you gave the correct answer. It's actually Venus. Okay, so I know that some of you already thought it's Mercury because it's closest to the sun, but in that is not right. Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system because it contains a thick atmosphere which is made up of carbon dioxide that traps the sunlight, and that is making this planet hotter and hotter. All right, and also it's called the sister planet because it has a similar size as our Earth. Okay, so it's not Mercury, it is Venus. But a great start. Let's quickly see our scoreboard. Okay, so Aman is leading, followed by Krishvi, Rudransh, Kanishk, and Drishti. Very good, everyone. Let's keep this going. Okay, let's quickly go to the next question. And it's a multi-select question. Okay, that means you can select more than one answer. You're building a team of giant gas planets. Which planet would you choose? Okay, so you are making a team of big, huge gas giants. So among these options, what are planets you will choose from this? And it's a multi-select. That means you can select more than one answer. Let's see. Let's see how many of you know the answer. All right, so we have all the answers in. It is actually Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, this is Jupiter and Saturn are not Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Those are called as the gas giants of our solar system. Venus and Mars are the rocky planets. So gas giant means it's made up of gases and they won't have a solid surface. Okay, it's it's completely made up of gas. And Jupiter and Saturn are known as gas giants. So very good, everyone. Good job. Let's see the scoreboard, and there's no much change. Just Rudran jumped into the second position. So let's see the third question. It's a true or false question. Okay. So that means you have to see the sentence and you have to say it's right or wrong. The sun may look small in the sky, but it is actually a giant star. True or false? If you think sun is a giant star, click true. If not, click false. I can see some of you are answering in the chat. You can just click on the link and join for our Kahoot quiz. You no need to answer this in the chat. All right, so all of you give the correct answer. It's actually true. Our sun is a giant star. A star means it's a hot ball of burning gas. Okay, and sun is the closest star to us and also the only star in our solar system. Okay, our main energy source. Okay, very good. Everyone, all of you give the correct answer. Good job. Keep it up. Let's see the next question. Jupiter is the biggest planet of our solar system. Which one is the smallest one? So we all know that Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. Which is the smallest one? Keep it up. Let's see how many of you can answer this. Most of you answered. Let's quickly see the answer. And the correct answer is Mercury. Okay, so Venus, I don't know, one of you answered Venus, not Venus, it's actually Mercury. Venus has a similar size as our Earth, and Earth is not the smallest planet. Mercury is the smallest planet, and it is the closest planet to our sun. Okay, so good job, good job. Please read the question first, see all the options, and then give the answer. Okay, because I know that it can be a little confusing by looking at the options and giving answer on another device. So please see the options only if you think this is the correct answer, only click on that color. Okay, don't look at any other color, only the correct answer color you have to remember. Let's see the next question, and it's for double points. There were 9 planets in our solar system. But later, one planet was removed and made a dwarf planet. And which planet is it? Okay, so then there were long back, there were around 9 planets in our solar system. Then they removed one planet and made that planet as a dwarf planet. Which planet is it? Is it Mercury, Venus, Mars, or Pluto? Okay, we have all the answers and all of you are correct. It's Pluto. Okay, it's none other than Pluto. So when you are deciding a planet needs some has to match with some certain criteria. It should move around our sun. It should have a round shape. Okay, and also it should clear its orbit. Okay, so these are the main criteria which a planet should follow. Pluto was following 2 of the criteria. It was moving around our sun. Also, it was round in shape. But poor Pluto, it was not clearing out its orbit. And because of that, Pluto was demoted to a dwarf planet by IAU, International Astronomical Union. Okay, so that is an international organization. They demoted our Pluto into a dwarf planet. All right, so let's quickly see the scoreboard. Aman is still leading, followed by Kanishk, Rudransh, and Krishvi, Drishti. So Rudraksh is on fire. Okay, 5 correct answers in a row. Very good, Rudransh. Keep it up. So this is how our solar system looks like. We have our star, sun, and we have 8 planets. Okay, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. We have 8 planets and we have 5 dwarf planets. Okay, Ceres, Pluto, Makemake, Aries, and Haumea. These are the 5 dwarf planets. And can you all see there is actually a belt in between Mars and Jupiter? That belt is called as the asteroid belt. Okay, and that belt contains all the asteroids. So most of the asteroid will stay over there, but sometimes they might collide with each other and they can come very close to our Earth. Okay, so that is why asteroid day is very, very important, so that we can learn about these asteroids. All right, so a good start. I'm very happy to see all of you are answering. Yes, if you are not able to join at all, you can type your answers in the chat. Otherwise, try clicking on that link of Kahoot. Garvi sir already shared it again. He already shared it again. So Garvi sir, you can pin that message so that everybody can click and join the link. Okay, yeah. So let's quickly go to the next question. Which is the outermost layer of Earth on which you are sitting right now? Okay, is it crust? Is it crater? Is it mantle? Or is it core? So which is that outermost layer of Earth on which currently we are living? Now we are sitting and playing this Kahoot. Let's see how many of you can answer that. Okay. Yes. So all of you gave the correct answer. It's actually the crust. Okay. Crust is the outermost layer of Earth. Okay. So very good. Very good. It is the solid layer which on which we have all the life form, all the trees, all the buildings, everything is on top of this layer, crust. Okay, so very good. We don't see any much changes. So I'll do something after 5 or 6 questions. I will come back and see the scoreboard. Okay, so let's quickly go and see the next question. Which landform is covered mostly with sand and receives very little rainfall? Is it an island, plateau, plain, or a desert? Look at the picture. What type of landform is this? And everybody gave the correct answer. It's actually a very easy question. This is a desert. Okay, a desert is actually a dry land where the most of the land is covered with sand, and you will get very little rainfall over there. Okay, so it's a very dry area, and it's one of the landform of our Earth. So very good. Good job, everyone. Let's see. Let's quickly go to the 9th question. And it's for double points. That means when you answer the question, you will get double the points. If you could dig beneath Earth crust, which hot layer would you reach next? Is it inner core, mantle, ocean, outer core? So if you get a drill and if you're drilling the crust, which is the next layer? Okay, and everybody, most of you give the correct answer. It's mantle. It is the second layer from the top. And this mantle is filled with molten rocks. That means hot liquid rock. Okay, and this is the second layer from the top. So good job. Let's see. Okay, there is a small change. Now Aman is still leading, followed by Kanish, Rudraksh, Krishvi. And now we can see another participant. But the names, I already told you, please give your real name for joining. Okay. Now, let's quickly go see the next question. In our Earth, the inner core is liquid. True or false? Okay, everyone, please see. In our Earth, the inner core is liquid. Is it true or false? And most of you gave the correct answer. Okay, so most of you gave the wrong answer. Okay, sorry. So only 3 of you gave the correct answer. See, inner core is not a solid. Okay, core of all the rocky planets are solid. Okay, and not so our Earth is also having a solid inner core. So this is actually a false statement. But no worries. No worries, there is no change in the scoreboard. Let me just tell you a little bit about the layers of Earth. Earth has mainly 4 layers. The topmost layer or the outermost layer is called as the crust. It is a solid rock layer. Okay, and on top of it, all the living beings, buildings, everything is on top of the crust. Right under the crust, we have something called as mantle. And mantle is made up of molten rock. That means hot liquid rock. Okay. And under the mantle, we have an outer core. So this outer core is also a liquid layer. And this contains liquid iron and liquid nickel. So nickel is actually a different element. So this outer core is also a liquid layer. But the inner core is a solid layer. It's made up of solid iron and nickel. Okay, so these are 2 elements, iron and nickel, and our solid inner core is a solid layer and is the hottest layer of Earth layers. Okay, I hope this is helpful for all of you. If it's just a brush up session, so if you forgot about it, no worries, you will learn about that in and through this quiz. So yes, see the next question. Before GPS existed, people looked at the sky for directions. Which star helped them to find the north direction? Okay, everyone, before GPS, compass, everything existed, people were just looking at the sky for finding directions. So which star helped them? And most of you are correct. It's Polaris. Okay, also known as pole star or north star. Okay, all these are just different names for the Polaris. And Polaris is exactly, it sits on top of directly above the north pole of our Earth. Okay, and because it sits at the north pole of the Earth, it will not move in the sky. So in this picture also you can see all the stars are actually moving. Okay, but the pole star will remain in that position. It will not change. So because its position will not change, we use that for finding the north direction. Okay, and that's why it has a name called North Star. Good job, everyone. Most of you were able to recollect this answer. Let's see what happened to the scoreboard. So no change. But Aman has the highest answer streak of 10 and he's on fire. So good job, Aman. Keep it up. And also Kanishk, Rudransh, Krishvi and HYGTY. So all of you, keep it up. Good job. Let's see our next question. It's again for double points. I'm the queen of Ethiopia and my constellations look like W in the night sky. Which constellation am I? Okay, so this is actually a constellation and this constellation is actually a queen constellation. Okay, we got the answers. So the correct answer is Cassiopeia. So Cassiopeia was the queen of Ethiopia and she was like a jealous queen. So, gods, because of her jealousy and because of her cruelty, gods put her in the sky. Okay, so it's actually Cassiopeia, not Scorpius, nor Orion, or not Gemini. It's Cassiopeia. And we use Cassiopeia for finding the Polaris. That's a very interesting thing. So now there is a small change. Sarya now jumped into the 5th position. Apart from that, Kanishk has the highest answer streak of 11 and he's on fire. Good job, Kanishk. Let's see our next question. Again for double points. So people in different parts of Earth can see different constellations. How many constellations are there per IAU? IAU stands for International Astronomical Union. The same people who are, demoted are Pluto. Okay, they demoted Pluto to a dwarf planet. Same people, they actually set a number of standard constellation. What is the number? How many constellations are there? Okay, we have a variety of answers, but most of you give the correct answer. It's actually 88. Because when people saw the night sky, when in our ancestors, when they looked at the night sky, the same number of stars, people were making different constellations. Okay, different cultures had their own constellation. So what happened is IAU, they came forward. It's an international organization. They came forward and then they decided, no, we don't want this confusion. We will just make a standard list of constellation, 88 constellation. Okay, and throughout the night sky, we divided it into 88 sections, and inside that section, we have these 88 constellations. Okay, one per each section. So very good. Yes, it was a little confusing, but good to see some of you gave the correct answer. Let's see our 15th question for double points again. So you will get a lot of points like this. The Big Dipper is helpful in finding directions in the night sky. Which constellation does it belong to? So see, we need Big Dipper for finding Polaris. When we use Cassiopeia also. But which part of the constellation is this? Let's see how many of you know this answer. And most of you are correct. It's Ursa Major or Big Bear. Okay, it's Big Bear is the correct answer. Ursa Major. Okay, so Big Dipper is actually a small portion of our Ursa Major. And in India, we call it as Saptarshi. It's a group of 7 stars. Saptarshi means 7 sages. Okay, in India, we call it Saptarshi, but usually, like all around the world, we call it Big Dipper. It looks like a spoon. Okay, if you connect all these dots, it looks like a spoon. So it is very easy for you to find this Ursa Major in the sky. And that's why we use Ursa Major to find the Polaris during summers. But during winter season, Big Dipper will not be visible. And during that time, we use Cassiopeia to find the directions. Okay, so there is no change. Aman is leading, followed by Kanesh, Krishmi, Rudransh, and Paridhi. So good job, everyone. Keep it up. Let me just tell you how you can find the Polaris using Big Dipper. So on the left side, you can see the, on the right side, you can see the Polaris and Polaris, Big Dipper. Okay, sorry, Big Dipper, which is a part of Ursa Major constellation. And Ursa Major constellation has these 2 bright stars, okay, at the side. And this one, this again, you can see an inverted spoon shape. And this is actually the Ursa Minor constellation. So Ursa Minor means small bear. Major means big bear. Okay, Ursa Major is a big bear. Ursa Minor is a small bear. So what you can do is by using these 2 stars, and if you just draw a line connecting these 2 stars, it will take you to a bright star. And that bright star is the Polaris. Okay, and Polaris is at the tip of Ursa Minor constellation. Okay, and if you get the Polaris, if you draw a straight line towards the ground, you will get your north direction. Then if you get the north, of course, you will know this, your right side will be west, your left side will be east, and your back side will be south. Okay, so by using this Polaris and Big Dipper, using your Big Dipper, you will be able to find the directions. So now let's see our last question for today's quiz. When is the National Space Day celebrated every year? When is the National Space Day celebrated every year? It's a general knowledge question. I know this was not a part of your sessions, but just to, just so that everybody know the general knowledge. And some of you gave the correct answer. It's actually 23rd August. Okay. And what is the speciality of 23rd August? It actually marks as the day on which our Chandrayaan-3 landed on the south pole of moon. Okay, so this was actually a historic day for everybody in India because that's the first time a human-made object is landing, soft landing on the south pole of the moon. Okay, and that was a successful mission, and that's why we were like very, very, happy and to honor to celebrate that occasion. Every year on 23rd August, we celebrate as our National Space Day. Okay, and as a part of our National Space Day, Spacetopia will also have a lot of sessions, a lot of workshops. So if you're interested, we will share the links. Okay, we will share our WhatsApp community link in the chat. You can just join our WhatsApp community. You will get all the notification of our workshops and live session in that community. Okay, so let's finally see the podium. Everyone, let's quickly see the podium. On 3rd place, we have Krishvi. Okay, and very good, Krishvi. 2nd place, we have Kanishk. And in the 1st place, we have Aman. Very good, everyone. And we have 2 runner-ups, Paridhi and Rudraksh. Good job, everyone. But all others, no need to be sad or anything. You all are there. Okay, it was just a recap session. We were just brushing out all the topics which we learned during our session, and you can always go back and read about it. And this quiz recording will be there in this YouTube channel, or even in our Spacetopia website. You can always come back and redo it. Okay, we will give that link also. So yeah, so congratulations to all the winners again. You all did a very good job. So let me just remind one more thing. Let me just announce one more thing quickly. So let me just share my screen. Yeah. So we have a lot of social media channels. We have a Spacetopia YouTube channel, in which you are seeing the live session right now. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to that channel. And similarly, we have a Spacetopia podcast channel, which is called as Stories of the Universe. So if you're into audio podcast, and we have very interesting topics in that. So if you're into something like that, please follow us on all our social media channels. And we have a WhatsApp community. So please join the WhatsApp community for the further updates of workshops and live session. And if you have some queries, or if you have some feedbacks, please write to us to hello@stemandspace.com. Okay, so that's it, everyone. So that was a wrap up from my side. I hope all of you enjoyed today's session, and we will be meeting you all, or I'll be meeting you all in another fun session. So till then, bye-bye.